The world is reeling after shocking new hospital footage of Juice WRLD's final moments surfaced online, sending fans, friends, and the music community into a whirlwind of disbelief and heartbreak. What was once considered a tragic but well-known event has now taken on an entirely new dimension, and the video is forcing everyone to look at his death in a way they never imagined. The footage, which has begun circulating across social media platforms, shows details that were previously unseen and raises serious questions about what really happened in those critical hours. The intensity of the images and the raw, unfiltered reality captured in the hospital room have fans and insiders alike questioning timelines, decisions, and the circumstances that surrounded Juice WRLD's untimely passing. This isn't just another clip, it's a game changer. Fans are poring over every second, dissecting what they see and analyzing moments that could shed light on lingering questions about his health, medical response, and the events leading up to his death. Some are shocked by the apparent lack of immediate intervention, while others are focused on the emotional weight of seeing one of music's brightest stars in his final moments. The footage humanizes Juice WRLD in a way that no interview, performance, or documentary ever could, showing the vulnerability and fragility that existed behind the larger-than-life persona that fans knew and loved. The release of this hospital footage has reignited conversations about substance use, mental health, and the immense pressures faced by young artists in the music industry. Juice WRLD, known for his raw and emotional lyrics, often spoke about struggles with addiction and personal pain, but seeing the reality of his final hours adds a sobering context to his music. Fans are grappling with a mix of grief, anger, and confusion, realizing that the story of his death is far more complex than they had known. The new footage raises questions about the medical response, accountability, and whether there were missed opportunities to save him, sparking debates that extend beyond his fan base and into the broader conversation about the care of young artists under public scrutiny. Social media erupted almost immediately after the footage leaked. Fans flooded timelines with reactions ranging from shock to mourning, with many expressing frustration over how such crucial moments were handled. Discussions are spreading across TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube, with reaction videos, analysis, and commentary generating millions of views in hours. Every detail in the footage is being scrutinized. Every movement, every response, every interaction becomes a point of speculation and debate. For a generation that grew up listening to Juice WRLD, this footage isn't just news. It's a deeply personal and emotional experience that brings fans face to face with the reality of his death in a way that nothing else has. Even insiders close to the situation are weighing in, providing context and clarifying timelines, while legal and medical experts have begun breaking down what the footage reveals. From treatment protocols to emergency responses, every aspect is under the microscope and the public is consuming every detail. The release of this footage changes not only how people view Juice WRLD's final hours, but also how the world remembers him. It's a moment that will undoubtedly leave a lasting impact on fans, the music industry, and anyone who followed his life and career, reshaping the narrative around his death forever. The music world was forever shaken when news of Juice WRLD's death broke, but now, a new hospital footage leak has thrown everything into a shocking new light. Fans who thought they knew the story are being forced to reevaluate every moment leading up to his untimely passing. The video shows previously unseen scenes inside the hospital, giving viewers a raw and intimate glimpse into what happened during his final hours. The intensity of the footage, the emotions captured, and the stark reality of the situation have created a wave of disbelief and heartbreak across the globe. Social media exploded the moment clips surfaced, with fans dissecting every frame, every sound, and every interaction, desperate to understand what truly occurred. In the footage, Juice WRLD appears fragile and vulnerable, a stark contrast to the energetic performer the world adored on stage. The camera captures the seriousness of the situation, showing medical staff rushing to provide care while family and friends react in visible distress. The raw emotion is almost unbearable to watch, as viewers are confronted with the fragility of life and the tragic reality of what unfolded behind closed doors. For many fans, this footage is more than just shocking, it's deeply personal. Juice WRLD's lyrics often explored themes of pain, heartbreak, and struggle, but seeing him in such a dire state brings his art into an unsettlingly real context. The connection between his music and the real-life struggles he faced becomes almost palpable, amplifying the grief fans feel. As the footage circulated, discussions about the timing and response of the hospital staff ignited. Some viewers raised concerns about whether proper protocols were followed, questioning if there were moments that could have changed the outcome. Experts in emergency medicine and trauma care began analyzing the clips, explaining the procedures and interventions visible in the footage, and debating whether additional measures could have been taken. These discussions added a layer of complexity to the story, making it not just about Juice WRLD's death, but about broader questions of medical response, accountability, and the challenges of treating critical situations in high-pressure environments. Social media erupted almost instantly. Fans flooded platforms like Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram, sharing reactions, memes, tributes, and emotional pleas. The mix of shock, grief, and anger created a tense digital environment as fans tried to process the raw imagery. Hashtags related to Juice WRLD quickly began trending worldwide, with viewers debating what the footage revealed about his final moments and how the situation might have been handled differently. Influencers and commentators uploaded reaction videos that further fueled the conversation, dissecting every detail and amplifying the emotional intensity of the story. Each new upload or discussion point sparked additional waves of commentary, ensuring that this revelation would not fade quickly from public attention. Friends and collaborators of Juice WRLD have weighed in as well. Many expressed disbelief at seeing the footage, describing it as surreal and heartbreaking. Some highlighted the dedication of his medical team, noting the urgency and professionalism in their actions, while others expressed frustration and sadness that the situation escalated to this tragic endpoint. Insider accounts began to emerge, providing context about Juice WRLD's condition before arriving at the hospital, his struggles with health, and the pressures he faced as a young artist in an intensely demanding industry. These details gave fans additional insight into the full scope of the tragedy, showing that it was a convergence of circumstances, not a single moment, that led to the devastating outcome. The emotional toll of the footage is undeniable. Fans watching for the first time expressed shock at the vulnerability displayed, contrasting it with the persona Juice WRLD presented publicly. The juxtaposition between his public image and private reality has sparked conversations about the pressures young artists face, the mental and physical demands of fame, and the unseen struggles behind the music. For many, it's a painful reminder that behind every hit song, viral performance, and public appearance, there is a human being facing real challenges, often silently. The footage serves as a somber wake-up call to the importance of mental health, support systems, and compassion in the music industry and beyond. Legal analysts and medical professionals have also chimed in, discussing the procedures shown in the footage and highlighting areas of concern. Some have noted that certain interventions appeared delayed, while others emphasize that the chaotic nature of emergencies can make perfect responses impossible. These expert insights helped frame the discussion, reminding viewers that understanding what happened requires careful consideration of medical protocols, timing, and human limitations. For fans, this analysis added depth to the story, showing that Juice WRLD's death was not only tragic but also complex, with many moving parts influencing the final outcome. Despite the shock and grief, fans have responded with immense support for Juice WRLD's legacy. Tributes have poured in from all corners of the globe, highlighting his impact on music, culture, and the lives of countless fans. The new footage has intensified these tributes, with viewers reflecting on his talent, his openness about struggles with addiction and mental health, and the inspiration he provided to a generation. It's clear that the story of Juice WRLD's death will continue to resonate deeply, amplified now by the new revelations captured in this hospital footage. The release of this footage has also sparked conversations about broader issues in the music industry. Fans and experts alike are debating how the pressures of fame, substance use, and demanding schedules contribute to the vulnerability of young artists. Juice WRLD's story, now seen in such a raw and unfiltered form, has become a catalyst for discussions about prevention, support, and awareness, highlighting the need for systemic changes that protect artists and ensure their well-being. As fans continue to process the shock, one thing is clear: this footage has changed everything. It adds a new layer of reality to a tragedy that already shook the world and forces a reevaluation of the circumstances surrounding Juice WRLD's death. Every new detail, every frame, and every expert analysis brings a deeper understanding of the fragility of life, the pressures of fame, and the profound impact of this loss. The story is far from over, and viewers are watching closely, eager to see what more will be revealed in the coming days. The release of this hospital footage has not only shocked fans, but also reignited a conversation about the circumstances that led to Juice WRLD's untimely death. While the world remembers him for his music, energy, and candid lyrics about pain, heartbreak, and addiction, the video reveals a side of his final hours that few expected. Viewers are seeing the intensity of the medical situation firsthand, nurses rushing to administer care, monitors beeping rapidly, and the moments of desperation that punctuated the emergency response. The footage forces fans to confront the stark reality of what happened, transforming abstract grief into a visceral, almost tangible experience. Fans quickly began analyzing every detail of the footage, comparing it to previous reports and timelines. Some were shocked by the apparent chaos, while others pointed to moments that suggested Juice WRLD received immediate attention. Discussions erupted over the speed of interventions, the reactions of staff, and the sequence of events leading up to his passing. Medical experts have been providing insight into what can and cannot be done in emergency situations, highlighting the limitations and challenges faced by hospital staff when dealing with critical cases. The scrutiny is intense, but it also underscores how deeply the world cares about understanding the truth behind his death. Insiders close to Juice WRLD have shared additional context. They revealed that he had been struggling with health issues and coping mechanisms prior to entering the hospital, some of which were exacerbated by the pressures of fame. Friends and family expressed heartbreak at seeing the footage, describing it as surreal and incredibly difficult to watch. They emphasized that while the video shows the tragic reality of his final moments, it also highlights the dedication of medical staff who worked tirelessly to save him. These accounts offer fans a more nuanced perspective, reminding them that this was a complex situation influenced by multiple factors rather than a single misstep. Social media continued to explode with reactions, with fans expressing grief, shock, and outrage in equal measure. Memes, tribute posts, and reaction videos flooded timelines across TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter, turning Juice WRLD's death into a viral discussion once again. Fans debated everything from the timing of medical interventions to the emotional impact of witnessing the footage. While some criticized aspects of the response, others emphasized the tragedy of the situation and the need to focus on Juice WRLD's legacy rather than blame. The intense online reaction underscores the enduring connection between the artist and his fan base, proving that his influence remains powerful even in death. The footage also reignited conversations about substance use in the music industry. Juice WRLD was open about his struggles, often referencing his experiences in lyrics that resonated with millions. Seeing him in the hospital highlights the real-life consequences of these struggles, transforming abstract concerns about addiction into a tangible, heartbreaking reality. Fans and experts alike are now debating how substance use, mental health challenges, and industry pressures intersect to create dangerous situations for young artists. The conversation has expanded beyond Juice WRLD himself, prompting broader discussions about how the industry can better protect and support its talent. Legal experts and healthcare professionals have provided additional analysis of the footage. They have broken down what can be observed in terms of interventions, timelines, and standard procedures. While some viewers criticize the response, these experts clarify that emergency medical situations are unpredictable, and healthcare providers often have seconds to make life or death decisions. Understanding these complexities helps contextualize the events, offering fans a more informed perspective on what they are witnessing and why the situation unfolded as it did. Meanwhile, the emotional impact on Juice WRLD's family, friends, and collaborators has been profound. Those closest to him have shared their grief publicly, emphasizing the human element behind the viral footage. Friends described moments of disbelief and sorrow as they watched clips of his final hours, struggling to reconcile the public image of Juice WRLD with the vulnerable reality captured on camera. The footage has also prompted conversations about grief and healing within the music community, with artists reflecting on the pressures they face and the importance of mental health awareness. Fans have responded with incredible creativity and emotion, producing tributes, art, and personal reflections in response to the footage. These reactions show not only the depth of their connection to Juice WRLD, but also the cathartic power of shared mourning. While the video is undeniably tragic, it has also sparked an outpouring of love and support for his family and legacy, reinforcing the impact he had on millions of lives. Social media has become a space for collective grieving, reflection, and discussion, ensuring that his story continues to resonate. In addition to fan reactions, insiders suggest that the footage could influence ongoing discussions about artist safety and health protocols within the music industry. Questions about emergency preparedness, substance use prevention, and mental health support are gaining renewed attention. Industry professionals are now revisiting policies and procedures, reflecting on what lessons can be learned from Juice WRLD's tragic death. The release of the footage serves as a stark reminder of the challenges young artists face and the critical importance of support systems that prioritize their well-being. As more people view the footage, the conversation continues to evolve. Analysts, fans, and insiders alike are piecing together timelines, sharing insights, and reflecting on the emotional and practical aspects of Juice WRLD's final moments. Each discussion, each reaction, and each shared memory contributes to a fuller understanding of the tragedy, ensuring that the artist's impact is remembered while also acknowledging the difficult circumstances surrounding his death. The viral nature of the footage has ensured that Juice WRLD's story remains in the public eye. Fans remain engaged, eager for updates and deeper analysis, while experts continue to provide insight into what the footage reveals about medical response, artist care, and the pressures of fame. The release has transformed what was already a tragic narrative into a multi-layered story that challenges assumptions, sparks debate, and compels reflection. No. Juice WRLD's legacy is now intertwined not only with his music, but also with the hard truths revealed in this harrowing video. As the days following the release of the hospital footage unfolded, the conversation around Juice WRLD's death intensified even further. Fans and experts alike are combing through every frame, trying to piece together the exact sequence of events that led to his untimely passing. The footage has become a focal point for discussion, with viewers scrutinizing the medical response, the condition he was in when he arrived, and the urgency of care provided. For many, this new glimpse into his final hours is both shocking and heartbreaking, turning abstract grief into a more immediate, visceral experience. The footage shows moments of vulnerability that fans had never seen before. Juice WRLD, known for his high-energy performances and emotional openness in music, is portrayed in stark contrast, fragile, weak, and in a fight for his life. This visual has prompted a broader conversation about the pressures young artists face in the music industry. From grueling schedules to mental health struggles and substance use, the video highlights the complex factors that can converge to create dangerous situations for talented, yet vulnerable young stars. For fans, seeing this reality has been a gut-wrenching reminder of the human side of fame. Medical professionals and legal experts have been dissecting the footage in minute detail. Some emphasize that emergency situations like these are chaotic and unpredictable, requiring split-second decision-making. Others have raised questions about response time and protocol adherence, sparking debates about accountability in healthcare settings. While criticism exists, most experts agree that the footage underscores how challenging it is to manage such emergencies effectively, especially under intense public scrutiny. Understanding these nuances helps fans contextualize the tragic sequence of events and appreciate the complexity of what occurred behind closed doors. The emotional impact on family, friends, and collaborators has been immense. People close to Juice WRLD have shared their grief publicly, describing the footage as surreal and almost impossible to watch. They've expressed heartbreak over seeing him in such a vulnerable state, while also emphasizing the dedication of medical staff who worked tirelessly to save him. The footage has opened up difficult conversations about mortality, the fragility of life, and the emotional toll of losing someone so young and talented. Friends have emphasized that while the footage is painful to witness, it also reminds everyone of the importance of support systems, compassion, and awareness of mental health issues. Social media erupted the moment the footage leaked, with millions of fans reacting across TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Tributes, reaction videos, and analyses flooded feeds as viewers tried to process the emotional weight of what they were seeing. Fans debated everything from the hospital's response to Juice WRLD's personal struggles, while simultaneously celebrating his artistry and influence. The discussion has evolved beyond simple shock, becoming a broader dialogue about addiction, mental health, and the unique pressures faced by young celebrities. Each clip, post, and comment fuels the conversation, keeping his legacy alive while highlighting the tragedy of his final moments. The footage has also reignited discussions about substance use and mental health awareness. Juice WRLD often referenced his struggles with addiction in his music, connecting deeply with fans who had similar experiences. Seeing the reality of his final hours has brought a sobering perspective to these lyrics, illustrating the real-life consequences of addiction and mental health challenges. Many fans are now advocating for increased support for young artists and public figures, highlighting the need for systemic change in the industry to better protect those who are often in vulnerable positions. Insiders suggest that the release of this footage will have long-term implications for both Juice WRLD's legacy and the broader music industry. Discussions about emergency preparedness, artist safety, and mental health support are now gaining momentum. Industry professionals are reflecting on what could be done differently to prevent similar tragedies, examining the structures in place to support artists under intense pressure. The story has become not just a tragedy, but also a learning moment for the entire music community, highlighting the responsibility of labels, management teams, and support networks to prioritize well-being over performance and profit. Fans continue to engage deeply, sharing their emotional reactions and personal stories of how Juice WRLD's music impacted their lives. The footage has sparked empathy, grief, and reflection, reminding viewers that behind every public persona is a human being facing real challenges. Tributes have poured in globally, emphasizing his influence, talent, and the connection he built with millions through his music. The collective mourning has become a powerful testament to his legacy, proving that his impact extends far beyond his recordings and public appearances. As the conversation evolves, the footage has also prompted dialogue about systemic issues surrounding substance use, mental health care, and the responsibility of institutions tasked with protecting young talent. Fans, commentators, and experts are questioning what measures can be implemented to prevent similar tragedies in the future. The release of this video has transformed Juice WRLD's death from a heartbreaking event into a catalyst for broader awareness and discussions about the intersection of fame, vulnerability, and health. Ultimately, the new hospital footage has changed the way the world views Juice WRLD's final hours. It has made the tragedy feel immediate and personal, reminding everyone of the fragility of life and the unseen pressures faced by young artists. While the pain of loss remains, the video also serves as a stark reminder of the importance of empathy, awareness, and the urgent need for support systems in high-pressure industries. Fans remain deeply engaged, watching closely as every new detail and insight emerges, ensuring that Juice WRLD's legacy continues to be honored while the world learns from the tragedy of his untimely death. The release of this hospital footage has changed everything we thought we knew about Juice WRLD's final hours, and now it's time for you to be part of the conversation. We want to hear your thoughts, reactions, and reflections. What did you notice in the footage that shocked you the most? How do you feel about the circumstances that led to his untimely death? Drop your opinions in the comments and join the thousands of fans, experts, and observers dissecting every moment. Your voice matters because discussions like these don't just keep his memory alive, they also highlight the real issues that affect young artists every day. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Stories like this evolve quickly, and new revelations, insights, or insider commentary could surface at any moment. And subscribing ensures that you're first in line to witness every new development, every analysis, and every emotional revelation. Being part of this community means more than watching. You're actively participating in a global conversation about Juice WRLD, his legacy, and the important lessons his story teaches us about life, fame, and health. Sharing this video is another crucial way to engage. Send it to fellow fans, friends, or anyone who has been impacted by Juice WRLD's music. This story is about more than just a viral clip. It's about understanding the pressures artists face, recognizing the importance of mental health, and reflecting on the fragility of life. By sharing, you're helping spread awareness and encouraging thoughtful conversations about the intersection of fame, substance use, and emotional well-being. You're also helping others process their grief and connect with a community that cares deeply about Juice WRLD and his legacy. Remember, behind every clip, every frame, and every shocking detail is a human story. Juice WRLD's vulnerability, captured in this footage, reminds us that even the brightest stars can face unimaginable struggles. Engaging responsibly means reflecting on the broader implications, empathizing with his journey, and recognizing the importance of awareness, prevention, and support for those in need. Your likes, comments, and shares amplify this conversation, ensuring that the dialogue focuses not just on tragedy, but also on lessons learned and awareness raised. Finally, stay tuned because this story is far from over. Every reaction, expert analysis, and insider update adds depth to the narrative. Size, keeping Juice WRLD's legacy alive while prompting reflection on systemic issues in the music industry. By subscribing, commenting, and sharing, you become part of a community that values awareness, empathy, and meaningful conversation. The footage may be shocking, but your engagement ensures that Juice WRLD's story continues to inspire, teach, and resonate. Don't miss a moment. Stay connected, stay informed, and be part of this journey as we explore the truth behind his final hours.